Once upon a time, there was a little boy called Howard who loved writing stories.
Little Howard dreamed of being a writer, and so he sat and wrote every night. But everything he wrote was fucking shite, yeah. Wubba-dubba-doo, wubba-dubba-doo. Worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world, worst writer in the world. He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer.
Welcome to the worst writer in the world with me, Rufus, and he knows if you're sleeping, he knows if you're awake, and I tell you what, it gets worse, right? Because he knows if you've been bad or good, so
yeah.
better be good, for goodness sake. It's...
Ho, ho, Howard Long! Yes.
Thank you to the British Comedy Guide for hosting this show.
Ho, ho, hosting it! Joke twice.
It's a good joke worth doing
you,
twice.
thank you, yeah.
And for getting up early, or maybe not early, I've no idea, this is the past, but getting up on the 26th of December, day after Christmas, or Boxing Day if you're British, to actually release this show. That's nice of... Merry Christmas, Mark.
Merry Christmas.
Also thanks to all of our lovely patrons on Patreon who have already heard this show a couple of days ago, because they give us money and therefore they get the Christmas special before Christmas rather than just after it, like you idiots.
Yeah, they get insider info. It's exciting.
And finally, thanks to you for listening to this show, despite the fact that you should be spending time with your family.
Yeah.
Right, let's get on with it, shall we?
Yes, please.
So, Howard, are you in the mood for a Christmas-themed story, since it's Christmas and we're definitely not recording this in November?
That's nice. It's so snowy outside. There's some children across the road. They're building 1 million snowmen. Actually, no, they're discussing that. Wait, no. And they've decided to come down on the number a bit.
They've successfully negotiated. Decided to do 10.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, they've done 15 randomly.
Crazy.
that was a bit of a twist ending.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. So
Hang
now...
on, they've won a snowman competition. Oh, no. Wait, they've come second. Someone down the street did 1 million.
Yeah.
Should go with your first idea, kids.
So, yeah, with that in mind, I'm very much in the mood. Having just awarded those children an award. I've just given them an award. I said, well done.
Awarded them an award.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, looking out of my window in the snow, I noticed something going on with my next door neighbour.
Really?
As well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know my next door neighbour.
Yeah.
You know John.
John,
right?
yeah,
John, who lives next door, or like Jack, as he likes to be called.
Yes,
right.
gosh, yeah.
Well, you know he's really paranoid about Christmas dinner. Right. He's really worried about his Christmas dinner running away. Right.
You should get more than one turkey.
Well, that's what I told him, right?
Yeah.
Because he always gets one, and then it pretty much always gets in a car. Right, like every year.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, Jack, you got to get more than one. Then it won't matter if one of them runs away. Fuck, I mean, 2 of them could run away, you'd still be fine, you know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what about the potatoes? I'm like, yeah, get loads of potatoes as well in case they run away.
Yeah.
And just like put them in your shed, you're fine. And I just saw him go out into his garden.
Yeah.
Right, to get one of his turkeys for Christmas dinner, because it's Christmas Day today, probably, right?
Yeah, probably.
And he left the gate open.
Oh, no. Rookie error.
Can you guess what happened?
Did all the turkeys escape in the process?
All the turkeys escaped straight out the gate.
Oh, no.
And I'm watching them right now. I'm watching what's happening right now, and then I can see
Shit,
what
what's
I can
happening?
see happening.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of them, they seem to have paired off somewhat. I mean, not entirely, but they're like either in 1s and 2s. They're running away in 1s and 2s. So they're scattering. They've decided to split up.
Yeah.
And I think when you're escaping, that's probably a good thing to do. If you're a bunch
Wait
of
a
turkeys,
second,
it's easier to...
Actually, you told me to remind you to make sure that your barbecue is on. Is your barbecue on?
Oh, yeah, obviously. I always...
Okay, fine, good, yeah.
I always get up early on Christmas morning to light my barbecue.
Yeah, okay, good.
Ready for Christmas burgers later on.
Yeah, brilliant.
When we all stand out in the garden in the snow in our shorts and sandals, having a nice barbecue, yeah. Also, I'm a bit short on what are they called? Barbecue coals, barbecue. That's charcoal. Charcoal briquettes. I'm a bit short on charcoal briquettes, right? So I called my cousin. Right, my cousin's going to bring some round in his car.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah.
Just, but he doesn't like getting out of his car. So he's just going to chuck him out the car, and then he's going to leave pretty quickly afterwards. He's going to drive off. You know, open the door, chuck out the briquettes.
Yeah.
leave the door open for a few seconds, right? Then close it, drive away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm looking out the window.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm looking through the smoke from my barbecue
Yeah.
and the snow.
Yeah.
And it looks like two of them are just running straight into T.S. Blaw's.
Wow.
The butcher.
I know T.S. Blaw's,
Right.
yeah.
You know T.S. Blaw's, just down the road from me, right? Just like backs onto my property.
That sounds like a bad place for two turkeys to run into. I warrant they'll never come out again.
Yeah, well, you know what T.S. Blaw's are like for non-humans going into there. Like, don't take your dog into T.S. Blaw's. So it immediately turned into sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang on. So, oh wait. Oh well, it's quite slippery out there.
I do, yeah. I slid
Right,
it.
it's been snowing.
Slid just the other day.
Well, there's two more of the turkeys just slithered in the snow,
Oh, shit.
and you know how I live at the top of a hill.
Yes.
In Greenwich, right? And if
Yeah.
basically that is basically where I live is quite a long slide down to the Thames. It literally is. So you slide down the hill, slide straight through Woolwich Town Centre and into the Thames, right near the Thames barrier.
Right.
And that's just what happened to the second pair of turkeys. They're now sinking in the Thames. Oh, hang on. One of the turkeys decided to not run out of the garden. I didn't
Oh, right,
notice.
yeah,
It's the same colour as the fence, so I didn't notice that only 9 of them had run out of the gate. One of them's like, no, I'm not a follower. I'm not a sheep. I'm a turkey. I'm an individualistic turkey.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump over the fence instead.
brilliant.
So he jumped over my fence, right?
Oh, yeah.
You'd think so.
No
You'd think so,
complications
'cause,
from that, I suppose.
you know, I'm a vegetarian, as you know, and I
Yeah.
was going to barbecue some lettuce.
Yeah.
Going to have barbecued lettuce for Christmas dinner. But the turkey landed on my barbecue and immediately died and cooked, and now I'm having turkey. Yeah, that's a shame.
Oh, no. There's only 5 turkeys left.
Yeah, anyway, Steve the Tramp just got one in his sack. You know what he's like for getting turkeys in his sack.
He's
and
just got it
children.
open for that eventuality, hasn't he?
Open,
Yeah.
in case anything's running by, and then he's like, whoa.
Because
And then you're kidnapped.
He sets up that big sign with a big red arrow pointing to his open sack saying "turkey food inside."
He does, yeah.
And all the turkeys are always going in, expecting to find some turkey food.
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. You know that recently,
Yeah.
that new business opened on my street. That like experimental business, right? Called the Poultry
Oh,
House.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one's sure what it is
knows
yet.
what it is. It's one of those
Right?
pop-up
No one
shops.
dares go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poultry up.
2 of them just went in there.
Oh, really?
2 just went in there, and it looks like they've taken a leaf out of T.S. Blaw's book.
Yeah.
Immediate murder.
Yeah. Well, we'll never know if they. I mean, you're gonna have to sit and wait for eternity to see if they ever come out again.
Yeah. Oh, I will. I mean, I'm not planning to move house, so I'll be here checking for turkeys. Oh, here's my cousin. Yep, he checked the briquettes out. One of the turkeys got in his car.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh no, he didn't know. He doesn't seem to have noticed because he just drove off. That
Oh,
or he
no.
made friends with it. Who knows? Never going to see that turkey again.
Shit.
Well, I think that just leaves 1 turkey, right? Well, that's accounted for 9 turkeys, I think. So.
Sure.
Oh, the last turkey is making a run for it. He's making a run for it. Okay. Oh, he's going through a gate.
Oh, brilliant, well done.
But surprise, it's Jack's gate. He's
Amazing.
run straight back into Jack's garden.
garden.
Jack has closed the gate, and by the look on Jack's face, I can tell that he is taking great pity on that turkey, and he has decided not to cook that turkey for Christmas dinner. Okay, he's gone to his shed.
Is he fetching his
He's
shotgun
gone
and
to
a
his
pig?
shed. He's fetching Dave the boar, his pet boar, who he's had his whole life, who he grew up with. Yeah, he shot him. He shot Dave. Now he's hacking. He's hacking Dave's head off with a sword. I don't know where he got that sword from. That's weird.
It's probably going to get rid of the head and eat all that tasty belly meat.
No, he just threw the body away.
Really?
He
Oh,
threw
no.
the body away. He's taking the head inside for some reason. Wow! Happy Christmas to Jack. What an experience.
Just a typical Christmas, that sounds like.
And now, on The Worst Writer in the World, flicking forward just... Well, I mean, it's the next story. It is the
Wow.
next story. There's a couple of pictures. There's some pictures of some snowmen.
Brilliant.
5 snowmen, not 1,000,000. And then it's Santa Goes Crazy. So today's story was written immediately after the classic, perhaps the greatest thing Howard's ever done. Also, perhaps the second greatest thing Howard's ever done after that snowman story that I wrote. Because I know you think that's your
My
best
best
work.
work, yeah. I did think that. Sorely disappointed to find out I didn't write it.
So after the second best thing Howard's ever written, we now have Santa Goes Crazy.
Ooh.
Another Christmas story by Howard. Oh no! Not this is Santa, by the way. Yeah. Not another freezing, boring Christmas. Nog. I could go crazy.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Title in the first line. Wow. I could go crazy.
I know. I understand story structure. It's like you got to get your main points out as early as possible.
Yeah.
I wonder if at this point in 1C, if I knew that Santa was real or not.
I mean, this is 11. I think you would have been. I think most people know.
Oh yeah,
Santa's
actually
not real
thinking
like
about it, yeah,
right?
because I remember last year my dad didn't come home from work for a few days. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, actually.
Yeah, don't forget, you were 9. You were 9 when your dad didn't come home from work that time, and then like 4 weeks later or something, you thought there was a raccoon up the fucking chimney, but it turned out to be him.
It was him, yeah. Only one line in, and I'm already sensing a bit of an influence from Raymond Briggs's Santa Claus series.
Yes, definitely. An irritable Santa Claus who doesn't seem to enjoy his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I did, I looked at Raymond Briggs's work and I was like, yeah, this is fine and everything. What it needs is Santa to go absolutely nanas.
It could go worse,
Yeah.
Like, he's irritable, but what if he was actually insane? What if that happened?
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, let's find out. Well, he said I could go crazy, so it's on the table as an option. I could deliver lots of presents, or I could stay at home and eat mince pies, or I could become a murderer and murder lots of children in their beds.
Yeah. I mean, he could. He's got those powers, hasn't he? I mean, you don't want to upset Santa Claus. I mean, normally he just like doesn't give you a gift or everything, but like he can get in anyone's house.
Yep.
He's got access to every single house.
And he knows when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. So he knows when you're defenseless, basically.
Yeah, night time. I mean, I know when people are sleeping. Yeah.
No, that's not true for all of us.
Yeah, but it's kind of true for most people, isn't it? It's not much of a skill to go like, I think that like, with all these lights off in this house, that child is probably asleep.
You can certainly have a pretty high success rate. Even like, I think, especially among children, insomnia is not that widespread, right? Yeah. Like, I don't know when I first got insomnia. I remember it must have been quite young, because I remember being in that cabin bed, being wide awake in that for most of the night, and I must have been like younger than 12 or 13 when I was in that room.
Wow.
So it definitely kicked in early, but I doubt it was the same time that I believed in Santa Claus.
Yeah,
because as with you, like about the same year when I was 9, my dad didn't come home from work that day. No. A week later, had to clean the chimney. Yeah. What's that thing blocking the chimney? When they sent me up there because I was a kid cleaning the chimney, and I was like, "No, sorry, I can't clean the chimney. My dad's up there being a skeleton."
Yeah. I remember the first time you told me that story when we were hiding in a bank and there were like gremlins
from
everywhere.
little monsters. Yeah. I remember the time you told me that story when when we were hiding in a bank and there were loads of gremlins in a cinema.
Yeah.
If you don't understand what we're talking about, even after we've used the word gremlins, then you should listen to our Gremlins episodes.
Yeah.
There's about 8 of them, right? There's loads.
Yeah, there are a lot, yeah. Or you could just watch Gremlins, maybe. I mean, like if you're into Christmas, because it's a great Christmas film you can watch at Christmas. If you don't enjoy Christmas, because some people don't. I mean, like I know people find that weird, but I find that some people at Christmas, some people are opening up their presents. Other people are opening up their wrists. So just remember that it's not a great time of year for everyone.
Yeah, just remember that. Yeah, but even if the good thing about Gremlins, right, is if you like Christmas, you can watch it and go, "Oh, it's Christmas, it's nice." And if you don't like Christmas, you were like, "Yay, Gremlins murdering Christmas," and be on their side, So it works for both sides. That's probably why that speech is in it, because they're pointing out this movie is for the people who like opening presents and the people who like opening.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel so bad saying that. It feels so wrong.
Yeah.
And like I need to put a content warning on this episode, but we're like quoting directly a line from a kids movie. It's shocking, really. And people like to make out that entertainment was better in the past.
So true. But if you say you don't like Gremlins, people just say you're a wet nurse, don't they?
They do. They think you're a wet nurse. You know, if you say you don't like Back to the Future or like Star Wars, it's fine. But say you don't like Gremlins, it's like you're a wet nurse. You are. Okay. Good. So back to
Santa
the
said he could
story.
go crazy, right? Yeah. The one line.
Well, it's less than one line, really. So, no, not another freezing, boring Christmas. I could go crazy. Santa climbed... Do you like that line read better?
Yes. yeah.
Santa climbed out of his bed at 12 o'clock exactly.
Midnight?
Suddenly, he... It doesn't say.
Cutting it a bit fine.
It is right, because most kids go to bed a lot earlier than that. Like, you know, he's delivering to very young children, probably went to bed at like 7:30. He could have got a good few hours working. Santa climbed out of his bed at 12 o'clock exactly. Mm-hmm. Suddenly, he realised he was late.
Oh, right.
He should have set his alarm for 11 o'clock. Not that late, then.
So, like, normally he gets up 1 hour earlier and, packs the reindeer, or...?
I mean, unless it is 11 o'clock in the morning and he's going to spend the day getting ready, 11 or midnight, both of them, they're both too late, right? It must be midday.
I mean, yeah, but that's not too late. It's got to be that he normally gets up at 11 o'clock in the evening and does stuff for an hour. Immediately gets in his sleigh, and he's probably got elves to pack it and stuff. Yeah. He's probably got elves standing by his bed holding his trousers open. Yeah.
That he can just step into. His boots are there. His feet go straight into his boots. Yeah. More elves put his jacket on. He's straight out the door, into the sleigh, and off
he goes. You'd think his elves would wake him up, but they're like, he's probably having a lie-in.
Just standing there next to his bed with his trousers open. So, should we wake him? I don't know. He didn't. He sets his alarm clock. That's not our job to wake him up. Our job is trouser-holding elf.
So we're elves. We don't understand the concept of time. We just stand here 365 days of the year holding trousers.
Waiting for Christmas Day. Holding just this one pair of trousers. Is it Christmas Day today? I'm not sure. I lost track around day 250. Oh, maybe he doesn't have to get up today then. Yeah. No. Oh, no, he's late. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
If they just stand there until Christmas Day and then when he gets back, he takes his trousers off again, they wash it. That takes a couple of hours, wash it, dry it, and then they're back to holding until next year.
Just in case.
Then it's going to be difficult for them to know what time he has to get up. Why didn't you wake me? We've got no idea what time, day or year it is. All right. Suddenly, he realised he was late. He should have set his alarm for 11 o'clock so he could get up, have his breakfast, and get his sleigh ready. I should have got those elves that are just standing there for 365 days of the year holding his trousers. Maybe they could double up, get the sleigh ready first, then hold the trousers. Yeah. Maybe you should organise your labour a bit
make
better,
the
Santa
breakfast.
Claus.
Breakfast elf.
Eat the breakfast for you. Then you don't have to do any of it. Brilliant. He should have got up, had his breakfast, get his sleigh ready, then fly off. But he was late. So he rushed outside without any breakfast.
Yes.
A pumping headache.
Wow. That's a headache he acquired from all that pumping he did the other day, right? It's a specific kind of headache. I hadn't done all that pumping yesterday. I've got right pumping headache.
No, we needed the water, Santa Claus. No, but now I've got a pumping headache, haven't I? What I need is a pumping elf. Listen, you 8 elves who are holding my trousers. Do you think you need all of you? Yes, we've got to all be here. Maybe one of you could do breakfast, one of you could do pumping. No. We have a strong union. You can't just decide you want us to do other things.
We are trouser elves. We're not pumping elves.
Yeah, when I employed 8 trouser elves, I had a different thing in mind, to be honest. I was hoping for something quite different than just you stand there for a whole year holding my trousers open, waiting for me to put them on the one day that I work. Here, talk to our union representative. So he's got a pumping headache. He's got a pumping headache. Get the stress right.
Maybe he's got a pumping head ache because he's got an ache from pumping heads. Is that also an option here?
I don't know. What does pumping heads mean?
Unfortunately, my mind's very dirty, so I immediately thought of the term head in a naughty sexual way. So like pumping headache he's got an ache from having his head pumped all night.
Okay. No, I think he goes around putting like a pump in kids' ears, and then he pumps their dreams out like one of those giants in BFG.
I'm thinking more in terms of, you know how like they get semen out of cows and horses by like attaching a pump to them. So for some reason they're kind of like extracting Santa semen. So
we're quite different people, aren't we? In a way. Yeah, I hear the phrase "pumping headache," and I think, oh, it's probably like the BFG by Roald Dahl, and he's getting dreams out of children's heads.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's probably using a bull semen extractor on people.
Santa,
and now he's got a
himself.
backache.
Yeah. No, the ache is his because like he's been having his semen sucked out all night by the elves.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we should go with my idea.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Since it's
fair
Christmas and we're trying to be family friendly.
Oh yeah, family friendly. Yeah. So, forget I said anything about someone extracting the semen from Santa, kids. Didn't happen. Also,
Santa's not. Don't worry, Santa's not real.
Yeah, no, he's your dad. He's your dad. So.
But don't worry, he's also dead up a chimney, so it's fine. You don't need to worry about whether your dad's dressed as Santa and using bull semen extractor. All right, well, now we've saved Christmas for the kids.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the story, shall we?
Okay.
So he's got a pumping headache. He started loading up his sleigh. Well, he thought it was his sleigh.
What?
But really, it was his Porsche.
Right, okay, fair enough. Yeah. What?
He put them next to each other, and it's very difficult to tell the difference between a sports car and Santa's sleigh. They look basically the same.
The only possible explanation here is, how some people sleep with those kind of like eye masks on to block out all the light.
Yeah.
Is that he's woke up, he's wearing that, and he's not taking it off.
Yeah. And it's got a picture of a sleigh inside. Everything looks like a sleigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. So that's what he did.
Yeah.
He filled it up with toys and sped off.
Because he must know that that's not. I mean, even if you can't see your Porsche, you can feel your Porsche, and it's got like a boot or something. You don't put toys on top of it; they just fall off.
Yeah. Also, when you get inside, instead of picking up the reins and shouting "Go Prancer" and all that guff, you just put the key in the ignition and use the accelerator.
Yeah.
So he drove right to the water's edge, and in he went. So it's not a flying car. He's driving into the water.
Still not noticed.
He's underwater in a car,
drowning.
Going, no, this sleigh's ride's a bit slow tonight, and wet.
Is Santa immortal? I mean, because he's going to drown if he drives a Porsche under the water, right? Also, he lives in Lapland, so that water's really cold. So if he either dies of like cold or drowns. Oh no, wait, no, he's already dead up a chimney, isn't he? So it doesn't matter.
Either way, when he drives into the water, it's going to be very cold. You're absolutely right.
And also, the water will flood the engine, and it won't work anymore.
Most Porsches don't work underwater. Do they? They kind of drive along the water's bottom. The water's bottom? Seabed,
Yeah.
that's the word I'm looking for.
He's Santa.
Not the water's bottom.
The water's bottom. Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm just driving along the water's bottom. I've got a pumping headache,
Yeah. That's why he's Santa. He's magic. He can drive a Porsche underwater. That's what we've learned.
Yeah, no, it's a magic Porsche. Obviously, it's a magic Porsche.
Maybe he's got that car from James Bond, from the best James Bond movie. That could drive on ice and it could go invisible.
The invisible car from the best James Bond movie. Yeah, that's
not
true.
the rubbish
Maybe he has
water
got-
one from the rubbish. But this one could go underwater as well.
Yeah, I mean, what did James Bond do after he finished with it? He didn't keep it, did he? Like, Daniel Craig never had it, so he must have given it to Santa Claus.
Yeah.
the only option.
I was today years old when I found out that Pierce Brosnan is Santa.
When I sensed a smell coming from my chimney, and when I called the fire brigade, they pulled Pierce Brosnan out dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah, we wondered why he hadn't turned up to make James Bond movies for 20 years, and David had been doing them in dead.
That's why David Craig took over.
Daniel Craig, that's his name. We got there in the end. I said Craig David. You said David Craig.
Did I say David?
Yeah, because
hang on, let's rewind. David Craig. David Craig. There, it looks like I was right then. Okay. Okay.
So he's driving under the water in a Porsche. And he's not noticed yet.
He drove right to the water's edge, and in he went, splash! But the strange thing was that he kept on driving.
Yeah, did he pass two turkeys? Does he have a turkey in the back, and does he drive past 2 turkeys? That's what we all want to know.
Finally, the follow-up we've all been waiting for. Not going to find out about all those turkeys, but we have discovered that 3 of them... Well, one's in Santa's car. He's probably going to eat it later.
Yeah.
2 of them got run over by Santa while he was driving through the sea.
Yeah.
So he kept on driving until he drove back onto land. Then he started delivering the presents.
Okay.
So he's not doing it the way he's supposed to, but he's doing it. He's found a way round. He's dealt with this problem. Then he started delivering the presents. Rainbow Bright to Mark Thames. So Rainbow Bright was a doll, right? That was a doll in the 90s or possibly 80s and 90s.
Yep.
That used light to do magic, like with light.
Wow.
With different coloured lights. A soldier to Sarah Coldhurt. Like an actual soldier. Here you go, I've brought you a man. Here you go. He's got a gun and a uniform. Is that okay? Oh, excuse me, Santa Claus. I don't think I want to be the toy. I'm a man. I don't want to be the toy of a little girl. Yes, I've always wanted a man. I've always wanted my own man. Will you be my daddy? No.
Do you think I'd never encountered someone with a surname before? It seems like I understand how first names work perfectly, but as soon as I get to a surname, I'm like, God, no, Thames? Is Thames a surname? Coldhurt?
These 2 first names are Mark and Sarah. And I don't feel like you're reaching that far outside of your immediate family to get those names.
True, yeah.
Well, we know what you did with names. You would always take it from kids in your class. So maybe it's not that long since you did that. Or maybe you hadn't realised that yet. Maybe you hadn't had that idea.
Yeah.
And so you're still really struggling with names. And you're like, okay, what should I call the first kid?
Mark Long.
Mark.
Sarah Long. Jane Long.
No, better try a bit harder. All right, what about hang on, what have I recently mentioned in Jack's Turkeys? Hang on, what about Mark Thames? Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah,
what about Mark Poultryhouse?
Yeah.
Sarah Poultryhouse. Brilliant. Okay, Sarah Poultryhouse. Steve Carr.
Yeah. Well, maybe they all are, because if she's called Sarah Coldhurt,
Dad.
What?
Dad Tramp. Dad Tramp. Okay. Dad Tramp got a packet of biscuits.
The turkeys in Jack's Turkeys were cold and they did get hurt. So
true. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Dad Tramp is definitely the next person who's getting a toy.
All right. So what's going on here? I don't know if you've noticed this, all you progressive future people, but what's going on here is some serious, old-fashioned, late 80s gender essentialism.
Yes.
The boy got a girl toy, and the girl got a man. That's what happened here.
Yeah.
And we all know that girls aren't supposed to have men.
Yeah.
Boys are. Boys are supposed to have men. Because people were always very, very worried, like in the past, that if you your little boy might turn out gay if you don't give him men to play with. That's basically the idea, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you get your boy lots of little men to play with. Don't give him a doll.
Yeah.
Don't give him a woman, or he'll become a gay.
Yeah.
Are you sure you've thought this through? No, I haven't. It's all just feelings, like prejudiced feelings, just pouring out of me illogically. So as we know, you're 11. You are regurgitating the culture that has been taught and hammered into you.
No, because I'm not. Because I'm giving a man to a girl and a doll to a boy.
Sorry, you're challenging the culture that's been hammered into you.
Unless Santa's done that by accident and he didn't mean to, and it was supposed to.
Well, the next line is everything was wrong.
Oh no,
completely wrong. Girls can't have men, and boys are not allowed to play with women, basically.
Yeah.
What's more, Santa hadn't realised.
Oh no, because he's still wearing his blinkers, isn't he?
Yeah, he's still got his mask on. The time was 1:00. Santa was on his way to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Do you think they could afford their own fucking presents? Couldn't you?
I mean, nobody's told them. Well, yeah, but Philip's not told the Queen yet that Santa doesn't exist. It doesn't make any sense what I'm talking about. Yeah.
No, Philip hasn't told the Queen that Santa doesn't exist. So she's going to be really upset when George III or whatever's dead up her chimney.
But they've got a lot of chimneys at Buckingham Palace, so he's dead up a lot of chimneys.
No, that's what she just hasn't found him yet. George V, maybe? I don't know. I think her dad was a George, right? I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, George V, George IV, the third, the second, and the first, because there was one up each chimney.
In fact, every time a royal dies, they shove him up one of the chimneys. They put him in a Santa outfit, shove him up a chimney for future royals to discover.
Yeah.
And you may know the Queen recently died. Very sad. We're all very sad about the Queen dying and now being dressed as Santa Claus up a chimney. In Buckingham Palace.
But you're making one room in the Buckingham Palace slightly warmer by blocking up that draft.
Or colder because they can't light a fire anymore.
Yeah.
I hope there's not any royalists listening. Not because I'm worried about disappointing them or upsetting them, but I just generally hope there's not any royalists listening. So, Santa was on his way to Buckingham Palace. What could go wrong? Well, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Young Howard. Santa's Porsche crashed right through the gates of Buckingham Palace. Mm-hmm. It's not as subtle as he usually is when he's got his Porsche, is he? Like, instead of landing quietly on your rooftop while you're asleep, he smashes through your gates.
Yeah. Was immediately arrested and waterboarded.
Yeah. Immediately arrested and shoved up a chimney.
Yeah.
Sorry, we thought you were a royal because you dressed as Santa Claus. We thought you were a dead royal, so we shoved you straight up a chimney. Well, the monkey butler did. The monkey butler did it, obviously.
Butler, yeah.
So he crashed right through the gates of Buckingham Palace, then the main doors, and bashed down lots of antiques.
Oh, shit.
One lucky stroke for Santa was that no one was in. Phew.
Oh, right, okay.
No one was home.
No one.
No one working there. No people protecting it. It's just a big, empty 650-room palace.
It's Christmas. Everyone's got the day off.
Yeah, I bet everyone who works in the palace gets the day off for Christmas and they don't just have to work more.
It's because everyone's dead and up a chimney. That's why there's no one there.
Phew, thought Santa, and got his sack out.
Sexy.
Of the car. Then he noticed that it was his Porsche.
Oh, wow, finally.
Yeah, after getting his sack out of the car.
Yeah, what was it? What was it that alerted him to it? Was it the fact that there was a dent in his Porsche from crashing through the gates, or the fact that he couldn't see loads of sliced reindeers? Because they would have just gone through it like a kind of slicing device, wouldn't they?
Absolutely. The fact that it had a roof, a steering wheel, an engine. I mean, there's a lot of little clues, aren't there? Then he noticed that it was his Porsche that he'd bashed up. He went crazy.
I knew he was going to go crazy. I don't know whether it was the title or the first line.
It was the Porsche that made him go crazy. That was the thing that pushed him over the edge.
Now we know what he really cares about more than anything is his Porsche.
Yeah, I thought about it. I decided to go with Porsche because it's fewer syllables.
Yeah, fair enough. Get the podcast done quicker.
Exactly, save some time. I'm going to use that time to go out and buy 10 turkeys. Do you want to know what I'm going to do with those 10 turkeys?
I mean, put them in your shed, probably. Make sure you don't leave the front gate open, whatever you do.
I'm trying to save time, so I'm skipping straight to the end. 2 of them, I'm getting 10 turkeys in a bag, right? I'm going to 2 of them straight to T.S. Blaw's, just donating them immediately. 2 of them, chucking them in the Thames. Probably tie a brick to them first to make sure they sink. I don't want to have to deal with that later.
Plan.
1 of them, putting on my next door neighbour's barbecue. I just wait for him to light it, and on Christmas Day, chuck a turkey on there.
Yeah.
2 of them, so I'm gonna slide them along the ice and try and get them straight into the poultry house that opened recently. 1 of them, just the next car that opens its door, chucking a turkey in there. Right, I'm going to take 1 out, keep that for myself, and then I've got 1 turkey left in a sack, donating that sacked turkey straight to a tramp. So he's got a turkey in a sack.
Brilliant.
Then with my turkey that I've got, I'm going to take great pity on it and boar's head time. Right, that's what I'm planning.
Yeah, boar's head o'clock.
All right, so Santa went crazy. Anyhow.
Oh, right.
That's the name.
Oh, yeah,
Santa went
forget
crazy.
that.
Anyhow. After throwing priceless vases around the main hallway of Buckingham Palace, he got down to business. Yikes. Right then, said Santa. Let's see what I've got here. Prince Charles' invisible ink. Must be to put on his ears. Must be to put on his ears. Invisible ink doesn't make things invisible. It never has. Not even in like magical stories. Like, no, I wish my car was invisible like James Bond. Hang on a minute, I'll just pour invisible ink all over it. No, it's disappeared. Brilliant. Invisible car.
Yeah, that's true.
Q and James Bond going, so, James, basically, we've made your car invisible by pouring invisible ink all over it. I don't think you have, Q. That's just a blue car. That's just a fucking car covered in it. I can't see out of the windows now. No, it's invisible, James, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but wait long enough and you will be able to see out of the windows because the ink will become invisible.
Right.
Yes, maybe that's true, but the car will still be visible.
Oh dear, that means Prince Charles is going to be very disappointed then. He ordered some of our invisible ink to make his ears not exist.
Yeah, maybe Prince Charles wants invisible ink to put on his ears. Okay, so that's what Santa thinks. But then Santa did go crazy, so, fair enough. Must be to put on his ears. Lady Diana, fashion wheel.
Fashion wheel.
It says fashion wheel, right?
Yeah, to put on the car so that it doesn't crash.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I hope there's not any royalists listening to this.
Not because they might be upset, just generally we hope that. We don't usually say it, but before we start recording, we always say, I hope there's not any royalists listening to our show. Yeah. No, famously, of course, Princess Diana tragically died in a car. What they didn't tell you, of course, about that is that not long before, they'd stopped briefly, opened the door, and a turkey had got in.
Yeah.
Right. And it was flapping around, and of course the driver, they kind of tried to make out the driver was drunk, but actually it was just there was a fucking turkey in his face.
Exactly. Also, the driver couldn't really see because of all that invisible ink on the windscreen. Double problems there.
I mean, she wanted to get away from the press, being hounded by the press, right? So she tried to make her car invisible. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's not how invisible ink works. And a turkey got in her car. No wonder there was a
Turkey
tragic
saw it
accident.
straight away. Turkey was like, I can see that car even better now.
I'm getting right in that car.
Yeah.
I'm a turkey. What else am I going to do? Of course I got in a car. Lady Diana, fashion wheel. Aha. She needs it with the awful clothes she wears at the moment. Wow. Little bit of shade for Princess Diana's fashion choices by 11-year-old Howard.
Yeah. What was I wearing?
School uniform. When we were at middle school, you were wearing a school uniform.
Surely she was probably like wearing super fancy clothes, wasn't she?
She was famous for being quite fashionable.
Right, yeah.
But I guess she had a bad month and Howard noticed.
No, I was just like, she's not got a school uniform on. She needs this fashion wheel.
What the fuck is a fashion wheel? And how does it help you dress well? I wonder if it was like one of those toys where you get body parts and you got like legs, body, and then head, and you could move it around to put different clothes on people.
It was that what it is? Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Okay. William and Harry. Face kit. Face kit?
Face kit?
They get a face kit.
What's a face kit?
Oh, I get it. They want to look like their poor father. Right, no, I don't get it. Santa might get it, but I don't. So they get a face kit. Oh, I get it. They want to look like their poor father.
Fathers. Spoilers if you're hearing it here for the first time. But I guess what I'm suggesting is that they've got like fake rubber noses and fake ears that they're going to put on so they can look like Prince Charles. Because Prince Charles has a big nose and big ears.
Right. All right. So now the Queen. Mm-hmm. Oh, only one thing left. A book called How to Be Like Maggie Thatcher. That's it. Good old that famous book, How to Be Like Maggie Thatcher. How to Be Like Maggie Thatcher. I doubt if she will want that. Who organised these presents? What's going on here?
Santa.
I mean, the first thing was he mixed up two presents. Like, that was the big joke. He gave a girl present to a boy and a boy present to a girl, and everyone knows that causes the world to fucking explode. Or at least it makes conservatives very, very upset.
Yeah.
But what the fuck's going on now? Who organised this? Or is he just pulling out random presents and then like trying to come up with a reason why they might be good?
No, there's specific things. He makes the list, doesn't he?
Right.
Checks it twice. We know for a fact the elves do nothing other than stand around 365 days of the year or 364 in a leap year holding a pair of trousers. So he's made this list.
Isn't it 366 on a leap year?
No. No, it's less.
You know, leap years when you get one less day. Yeah. February stops on the 27th.
Yeah, because you jump over a day and there's less of them. That's what a leap year. That's what it means,
makes
isn't
sense.
it? Leaping
Makes
over
sense,
that.
yeah.
You leap over the 29th of February, and then all of a sudden there's only 28 Februarys.
Well, it
Only 20 of
depends,
them.
doesn't it? Because if it's a leap year in spring, then you gain a day. But if it's a leap year in autumn, then you lose a day.
Yes, exactly.
Right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
All right. So I doubt if you want that. Hey, wait a minute. There's something left in my bag. I guess this
I
is
think
the
so
last,
too, because
his
he's
last
only
stop.
delivered like to 2 children and Buckingham Palace.
That's what he does.
Yeah. Everywhere there's been a lot of naughty people this particular year, right?
Yeah. Oddly, the only people who weren't naughty were the whole royal family and Mark and Sarah. Hang on, there's something left in my bag. No, there's something left in my bag. A poster. It says, "Get muscles like steel." God, I'd rather have them like Thatcher. What? Do you want to? Any idea what that?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what it means,
means?
but I can't remember his first name. But Thingy Steele was the leader of the Liberal Democrats or the Social Democratic,
David
the
Steele.
SDP. David Steele, yeah, the SDP, or he was either the SDP or the Liberals.
They became the Liberal Democrats, didn't
Yes,
they?
yeah, they joined together.
They merged together. Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
That.
So like,
Bunch of fucking centrists.
yeah. So I'm making a political joke because I was a very political child. You see.
So, no, I'd rather have them like Thatcher. Political satire.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Better get home now. This Christmas has been the worst one ever. Usually I do better jokes than Prince Charles has got big ears and David Steele is a wuss.
I mean, I when he woke up at 12 o'clock, an hour late, I thought he was going to be in like some pretty dire straits. But actually, it turns out he could have probably stayed in bed a bit longer.
Yeah.
He did, because he's done
he's only doing
fucking nothing
other than doing like 7 presents. He could have posted them.
other than vandalise most of Buckingham Palace. He's like bashed the gates down, smashed a load of vases, lobs loads of stuff around. I mean, that's pretty good. I wouldn't mind doing that.
True, he does seem to have done more damage than provided gifts. So, back at the North Pole, great turkey. That's because one of them got in his car, so he'd got a turkey.
So he lives in the North Pole, this Santa, then?
It seems to have gone this weird thing like where Santa has taken over the prose. So I have to continue the prose in Santa's voice because it seems like now it's first person all of a sudden.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So
It's always been.
back at the North Pole, great turkey. Better have a shower first. Great. The turkey should be ready now.
Well, yeah.
Yummy.
Wait a second. Like, he's not left the gate open, though, has he? It's like...
As long as he's got enough turkeys and one of them comes back, he'll be fine. As long as he didn't foolishly only buy 1 turkey for Christmas instead of doing the logical thing and getting 10, then he should be okay. Should be ready now. Yummy. Lovely grub and lovely pud. Let's see what prezzies I've got.
Wow.
A new outfit. I assume he bought these for himself, right? Because he's Santa Claus. Who else is getting him presents?
I don't know. Those elves, the trouser elves, maybe they have one other task. Getting new trousers.
It is. I've got a new outfit. Good. The other one's a bit mucky and wet because I drove through the sea. Well, what do you expect? Oh, shut up. I'm sorry, I'm getting... Well, what do you expect? Driving under the sea? No one left brandy this year. Well, I only went to 3 houses. Not that surprising, is it? I mean, no one left brandy in the whole world. It's true, he went to 3 places. That's all he did. And one of them was Buckingham fucking Palace. No one left brandy this year. So I'm glad that the brother bought me some. The brother. The brother?
Yeah, Buckroy Dundafar. Santa's brother, Buckroy Dundafar Claus.
I'm glad that the brother brought me some. That must be like a monk, right? Because usually my brother or John's brother or, someone's brother, my brother-in-law. But if the brother is a monk, I'm glad that the brother, the only monk that works in the North Pole, famously, me and my next-door neighbour, the brother, right? Now, my first favourite thing after grub and drink, sleep. Happy Christmas, dog. Sorry, that says dog. That does not say day.
No, but it probably is supposed to say dog.
Happy Christmas, dog and night. No, Happy Christmas, dog and night.
It's supposed to say day then. Because I was thinking Santa as a dog.
It says dog.
Yeah. I just remember in Raymond Briggs that he would he had a dog. I'm sure Christmas Santa had a dog, so I was thinking it's probably his dog, but no. Happy Christmas, dog and night.
And then you've drawn a picture of a Christmas card that says Christmas greetings from the Halifax. It's just kind of weird. No picture on it, just the inside of the card. Christmas greetings from the Halifax. Wow. Santa, I don't feel Santa went crazy enough.
No, not really. He didn't go crazy.
Maybe we need old Howard to write a follow-up to Santa Goes Crazy, where Santa actually properly goes crazy.
On it, I'm on it.
Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world. Worst writer in the world.
Thanks for listening to this episode of The Worst Writer in the World. If you're sitting around wondering what to do with all your Christmas money that you got in that greeting card from your grandma, then why not have a look at patreon.com/manbycow and see how you could spend it on stuff made by us. And there's a load of it now. There's so much. If you sign up for $2, you just get a back catalogue of endless stuff, including exciting videos like our live show.
Nice.
2-hour live show that we did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Us watching
the Star Wars Holiday Special, yeah.
is available to $2, yeah.
Absolutely. If you've ever watched that movie and thought, this is boring and stupid, but also strangely fascinating, I wish I could watch it with Rufus and Howard. That'd be the added element that it needs to make it enjoyable. Well, you can for just $2. Or you could sign up for $7 and get the entire back catalogue of Secret Gang podcasts that we've been releasing since 2016. And that's just immediately for just one payment. And then you could go all Scrooge and leave. You could take you one bit of coal and leave if that's what you want. And of course, you bring a little bit of Christmas joy to us, who hopefully have brought you a bit of Christmas joy with all our guffing on about Jack's turkeys again. Anyway, I've got to go now because there's just outside my house, there's a car with its door open and I'm thinking of getting in.
Better put your turkey costume on first.
I've always got my turkey costume. Basically, at Christmas, I wear my turkey costume for 2 weeks because I like to live dangerously. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye-bye, milk.
Bye-bye, milk.
He's a stupid, suck-ass, rubbish writer. Yeah.